Okay, number one, candidates who won't get my vote in May. Let's start with the graphics on that. You said he trained his eyes of an unspent 1.6 billion calamity fund in an LGU where a family member is a mayor. He asked the person in charge to procure blankets for 7,000 each. Actual market price is 700. This is quite specific.
Yeah, quite
It's
specific.
detailed.
Detailed.
Okay.
And
Who
you know,
is it?
Who in his right mind will allow or will vote for somebody na ganun klase yung karakter. Ano?
Okay, so sino na to? Aminin mo na. Para
Well,
naman, diba?
the succeeding tweets na ginawa ko,
Yeah.
general description na yun eh.
But
Because
ito,
what
this is-
triggered is something like as specific as that. Ano? Because this information was relayed to me by the person himself, yung affected.
Yeah.
He resigned, by the way, because he could not, siya yung pipirma eh. And hindi lang naman
Okay.
yung tungkol sa blanket, meron pang ibang mga transaction na sinasabi sa kanya, pirmahan mo yan, basta akong bahala dyan. Hindi naman siyang pipirma. Ang pipirma yung makukulong eh.
So who is it? Were you referring to Francis Tolentino?
No, not Francis.
Who is it then?
And he wrote me a long letter because calamity, sabi niya, wala namang ganong
So
kalaking
Francis Tolentino
calamity
wrote you,
fund.
yeah.
Yung wife niya, yung mayor ngayon na si Senlo niya yata.
So it's not.
I responded by saying, no, I was not referring to Francis.
So, okay.
Sabi niya, wala kaming ganong kalaking
No, but
calamity
being
fund.
a senator of the land and
But
considering
that's
this is
a
detailed.
representative sample of what kind of candidate or candidates we...
Yeah, but it's specific numbers. So,
Yeah, because the information is accurate.
so who was it?
Kaya merong details.
at
But I
least-
won't mention the name anymore, Karen.
At least you'd be helping voters. You'd keep them aware.
Well, more or less they have an idea. Karen, you have an idea who...
I don't. I asked Francis
I'll
Tolentino.
tell
You
you
said no.
after the show.
Okay, but then you
program.
won't your voters, netizens, followers be upset that they'll feel, I mean, kilala ka na matapang, and yet when asked, okay, who is it, you won't say.
Well, if I file a case against that person, then they will know who he is.
Okay, so will you?
I'm gathering the
Evidence.
necessary document.
Okay, now, the problem is you won't mention, all right? Candidate number 2, his campaign promises include the passage of a measure that the 17th Congress has already legislated.
Maraming ganon.
Please
Actually,
move-
when I watch your
yeah,
mga
Head
fora
Start.
and then sa Head Start, sabi ko, ang mga legislation, yung programa nito, naipasa na namin ito
You
Parang-
weren't referring to Bato.
No, not ba to?
Because
ang ano rito is magbasa ka naman bago ka magsalita because you're a candidate, you're selling yourself to the voters. Dapat naman may laman yung sinasabi mo, hindi yung basta ka na lang nakapag-blurt out ng statement, hindi mo pinag-aralan.
Okay. All right. Ito, candidate number 3 has an acerbic tongue when he dishes out his hate trait list. He has no clue he tops that list. He sounds entertaining,
It's quite
but
obvious.
not... Okay.
Karen, quite obvious kung sino, but
so
I won't
is it-
mention.
Well, you know, he loves, if it's
You know-
Larry Gadon, he enjoys having an acerbic tongue. So, was it Larry Gadon?
I refuse to answer that, Karen.
Ito naman, hindi mo ko kaya harapin sa truth or dare. Candidate number 4, face, smile, character, credentials, advocacy, all fake. Who?
Don't put me on the spot, Karen. That person called my staff, was Senator Ping referring to me. And I told my staff to tell that person, I won't say if it's he or it's she, sabi ko, these are general descriptions ng
Yeah,
mga
right.
candidates na I won't vote for. So, well, if they feel alluded to, that's their problem.
But you see how your tweets affect candidates. It means you have clout with
Well,
them. What
they
your
should be
opinion?
conscious of their demeanor. yun ang purpose doon eh. Yung candidates, when you campaign, kailangan conscious ka na nanliligaw
Hint
ka
na
eh.
lang, who called a girl candidate or a boy?
Hindi na, basta may tumawag sa akin and I told my staff, sabi mo na lang sa kanya.
Or re-electionist new candidate. Siguro pwede naman yun.
Hindi, lahat ng
Tumawag sa staff, re-electionist. Who would know the number of your staff?
re-electionist, I'm voting for all of them eh.
Okay.
Yung kasama namin ngayon sa present Congress.
So
17th
hindi to
Congress.
re-electionist.
Oh, obviously hindi.
Okay. Number 5, when she speaks during public debates and fora, she sounds like she's aspiring to implement the law, not legislate.
Marami rin ganon.
She eh.
Sa'yo ko nga napanood eh.
She.
Sabi
Okay,
ko, parang-
I'll be the one to ask.
Parang
Matapang
hindi
naman siya.
legislate.
Parang
Parang hindi
were you
legislator.
referring to Samira Guto?
Never mind, Karen. Basta importante. They should be conscious of what they're saying kasi you're campaigning.
Okay.
That's the essence of the tweets that I made. You know?
So what happens is you watch Head Start and then you tweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you
Karamihan dyan.
serious?
Nakuha ko sa Head Start eh.
So you're watching Head Start and then you get on Twitter and then you tweet. Okay. Pulse Asia analysis. I mean, you are sitting till 2022.
Yeah.
It's your first term. Quite surprising. This is just an analysis. It's clear you are supporting Grace, you're supporting Cynthia. Why do you think that the numbers turn that way? You have Cynthia Villar now at 1 in Pulse Asia with, I think, a 20% drop on Grace, but still 1 to 2. But what do you think is happening?
Come election day, it will further shrink. Ano?
Okay.
Simply because, kasi pagka yung survey, may mga top of mind, di ba?
Yes.
Pero this time,
Yeah.
sabi ng Pulse,
Oo.
binigay nila yung parang facsimile nung mismong parang replica noong balot mismo.
Yes.
And doon, maghahanap ka na doon eh.
Oo.
Hindi ka na guided eh. May mga numbers doon assigned to the candidates. Ikaw mismo, Karen, have you experienced when you go
Yes.
to the polling booth,
I do.
pag wala kang kodigo, hindi mo maisip kung sino iboboto
Oo.
mo.
So
Ako, kasama ko na nga na
Now, oo.
parang babalikan mo pa kasi nakalimutan mo.
Oo.
Nga pala, 7 yun na. Bakit 5 lang ito?
Do you trust the surveys? Because Senator Nancy Binay was here and she said, you'll be surprised, Karen. Grace Po was lower end of 12. Suddenly, nag-number 1. And then at that time, Cynthia Villar, JV were number 3.
And Joel Villanueva.
Yeah, and then they went down sa 12. Joel Villanueva
Yeah.
was
From 14, 15.
to biglang nag-number 2.
Nag-number 2, yes.
Oo. So, is there, you feel...
Tito Soto and myself, we're always 1 and 2. We ended up 3 and 4.
So, you
Yeah.
feel that it will not come out like this?
Well, pero yung nasa loob ng 12, more or less, yun na
Nandun
yun.
na.
Nandun
So,
na
eto,
yun.
just
Yung ano na lang, yung
An
ranking na lang.
analysis, Mar Rojas. I mean, I know that you once
Yeah.
worked together, but what do you think is happening? 800 million spent in ads. I mean,
Si Mar, if I may
Yeah.
comment, his number 1 parang mali is yung he's an absentee campaigner.
okay.
No?
Oo.
He's an absentee candidate.
Oo.
No?
Yeah.
Malimit, wala siya rito eh.
Yeah.
So, you cannot just assume that since your awareness is high, your conversion will also be high. Ano? People need to be, need to see their candidates in the
Yeah.
flesh. Ano?
Oo,
Hindi
on the ground.
Yeah, on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking to them.
Okay. But do you think it's also an anti-Pinoy sentiment?
Well, let's
Because
put
you've
it this
been
way.
there, you've been in all presidents.
No, let's put it this way. The president is a very strong endorser. You've seen this with Bongo, you've seen this with Bato, and even some of the candidates na not well known, but since the president is endorsing them, medyo
Oo.
umangat
Like
sa mga
Francis
surveys.
Tolentino, frankly. I mean,
Well,
you look
Mangudadato.
at Mangudadato.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
So he's a very strong endorser. And the reason why yung Ocho Derecho candidates are lagging behind is probably because they're up against somebody who has 76% approval rating and single digit yung disapproval or distrust. How can you go against a person bombarding him with criticisms, with negative comments every day of your campaign, ano? Parang it doesn't make sense. Kung ako yung kakandidato, I'll just stick to issues.
Yeah.
I will not attack somebody that popular because
Oo, as a strategy, you
as
mean?
a strategy.
Oo. Okay, very quickly, you endorse Serge Osmeña. Is that
Oh, yeah.
correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
Serge.
All right, that's quite interesting. Why Serge? I mean, many people know why, but
Well, he's a big contribution to the Senate. Ano?
Yes,
I've seen him
yes.
work, and I've seen him do his research. And asset talaga, asset sa
Oo.
Senate si Serge.
Okay. May tanong dito I have to ask because this is a loyal viewer of Head Start. Yung candidate number 1 mo ba daw, is it 1?
I will not answer
Or
anymore.
two.
I will not identify anymore, Karen.
Okay.
Ano?
May tanong dito daw, were you referring to Senator Angara in any?
Ano, do sa negative?
Yeah.
No, hindi.
Okay,
Kasi
so nasagot
re-election
na
is si
to.
Sunny.
Oo.
Hindi kami vocal doon kina Senator Po, Senator Villar, because with or without our help, they would win anyway, di ba? Ang talagang tutulungan namin, the likes of Senator Coco, Senator JV,
Yeah.
even Senator Bam, ito yung medyo gusto namin talagang iangat.
Oo.
That's why I even participated in their TV ads. Pumayag kaming magpa... Of course, hindi kami nagpresenta. They requested me, particularly, Senator Bam earlier on, requested me to have a video shoot. Kasi he was, I think, encouraged by my tweet na sinabi kong yung mga
God,
nangaagaw.
these tweets of yours,
Yeah.
they take on a whole other life.
No, kasi meron noon na nangaagaw nung free tuition law. And ako, alam na alam ko na siya yung author at siya yung principal sponsor. And then when some people started grabbing credit for the passage of that bill enacted into law, parang naawa naman ako kay Bam na hindi kumikibo. Sabi ko, to set the record straight, si Senator Bam ang naghirap dito. And then he was encouraged by that. And when the campaign period started, sabi niya, Senator Ping, baka naman pwedeng magawa nating, sabi ko, sure. Because it's not because, I'm just telling the truth. So there's walang problema ron.
Now, 2022, I'm curious, are you open to running for higher office?
Well,
there are people that say you could be president, you could run for president. Coming from a Duterte administration where Filipinos clearly want, someone that's, they call it semi-authoritative. Gusto nila yung lalaking lalaki. I've heard people say si Senator Lacson would be the tamer.
well, let's put it this way. I've been there. In 2004, I ran. And in 2016, I attempted to try my luck also, but I did not proceed anymore because medyo mababa yung numbers. So when people talk to me about the possibility of running in 2022, ang balik ko na lang sa kanila, I have only one requirement. I'm not closing the doors, but I have only one requirement. Give me a clear chance of winning.
Actually, good sport ka nga.
I become more pragmatic because after all these years in politics as a senator, I've won 3 times, I've lost once presidential campaign. Now, you become more practical. You become honed, di ba? Sa experience mo, honed by experience. So, yun lagi ang sinasagot ko. Kung if you're encouraging me, urging me to run, I have only one requirement. Show me that I have a clear chance of winning.
Okay, all right. We're gonna continue our conversation with Senator Ping Lacson after this short break. Hot Copy will be right back. All right, welcome back. We have 5 minutes to go. Senator Ping Lacson, in his pastime, he's also a political analyst. I'm kidding. All right. Okay, his cryptic tweets have become viral. You have netizens already asking him who these are. And I think it's also because, I'll be honest, no sitting senator would tweet what you tweet. Honest.
Yeah, but
because most sitting senators don't want to hurt feelings. You know what I'm trying to say?
that's the reason why
Yeah.
I'm not naming names.
Oo.
Basta ang ano lang is general description, be careful in electing your candidates. And you should avoid people like this,
Okay.
as described.
Candidate number 6, we just have 4 left, if we'll show it. Your tweet, 966 likes, ang tweet mo na to. His main campaign appeal is playing victim, but in his heart, he knows he is the predator. Having preyed on public funds. Nakulong ba to? Nakulong ba to?
Okay,
Having preyed on public
number
funds,
7.
he's good at both. Nakulong ba to? Yes or no?
Next, please.
Next, please. Candidate number 7, wherever the weather is fine, he's there for sure. He is a certified Averwa Carambola, aka Balimbing. Okay, ang tanong ko.
That's the scientific name of balimbing, by the way. Yeah.
Ito tanong ko, but is it being balimbing almost common?
Yeah, it's very common simply because para tayong, alam mo yung mga ducks in a duck farm, meron silang head, kung saan napunta yon, kung nasaan yung power nandun. You're not balimbing if you're independent-minded. Ako, pinagbibintangan din yung balimbing, hindi raw malaman kung dilaw or pula. Sabi ko, bakit kailangang pag nag-align ka, halimbawa, merong isyong gusto mo, you should stay there. Whether it's right or wrong. Hindi ba pwedeng doon lang tayo sa tama and pareho, minsan nandito ka, minsan nandito ka. Basta tama yung...
So, ang gusto mo talaga issue-based politics?
Yeah, issue-based. No? Hindi yung just because you're yellow, I'll be yellow forever.
Yeah.
But, sometimes I also, side with the issues na galing sa yellow. Because they're good issues, they're the right issues.
Okay. All right. But do you side with...
I also criticize the president.
Yes, yes. But do you side with Oplan Tokhang in general?
Modified siguro, hindi yung Tokhang as being conducted now.
Okay. Candidate number 8. This candidate thinks the Philippine Senate is in entertainment city. Somebody please tell him it's a little farther. Unless he stops entertaining, he might end up being a stand-up comedian after elections.
Because entertainment city is, short of Jose W. Jokno, which is the site of the Senate.
So ito tatanungin ko na because I've also asked naman Bato. Sabi ko, Bato, you criticized as you're always comedic during the campaign. Sabi niya, Karen, kasi ang ini-air on TV is pag nagpapatawa ko, but I give my platform. But this particular
in fairness to Bato, Bato, he stood his ground. He single-handedly, I watched that last debate do sa ibang network, and he gamely take on 6 of the 8 Ocho Derecho candidates who were literally ganging up on him. But he stood his ground.
So I read that tweet. You were impressed.
Yeah, to say the least. Because
so that's a good tweet for him. But ito, did you mean it to be him then?
I'll be honest. It was Bato.
At least just naman napaamin tayo
kaya
sa
ko
isang
kasi underclass ko eh.
Okay, so guys, now we know inamin ni Senator Lacson, candidate number 8 niya then was Bato. Ito yon, this tweet. Because you already naman expressed admiration for him in the last debate. Okay, candidate number 9, the more he talks, the more we learn about fake news. Sino to? Mahirap to. Who's that? Okay, ito na lang. Re-electionist or first time?
Walang re-electionist because pag re-electionist...
Sa'yo na. So first time to. Fake
Not
news.
necessarily first time. First time or balikbayan. Pwede rin.
Pwede balik Senate. Candidate number 10. He has not been declared as a nuisance candidate by the COMELEC, but who would want to vote for an undeclared nuisance? Too bad, being annoying is not a crowd for disqualification. Okay, so name me some annoying candidates. Last na yun.
Some annoying candidates? There are plenty.
Just a few. Annoying
pero
isn't...
they won't win anyway.
They won't win anyway.
Yung karamihan ng mga annoying, ito na nga yung parang mga nuisance candidates.
Okay, who do you
When you hear them talk, parang matatawa ka na lang, but you don't take them seriously. Sometimes you're annoyed. Because kung ano sinasabi.
All right. On that note, thank you very much.
Thank you, Karen.
Senator Ping Lacson.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, I wanted to ask you more about China, but we'll do that on another show. That's Get Start today. I'm Karen Davila. Replay of this interview is 10:30 in the morning. Market Edge is up next.